Chapter 4: The Hard Price of Fame. The entrance of St. Anne's Hospital was a hive of relentless activity. The hospital buzzed incessantly while staff, patients, and frantic visitors flowed in and out in a whirlwind of commotion. Margaret Norman, a young African-American woman, stands behind the front desk, gazing out at the bustling world beyond. Every day she would observe this chaos with a sense of detachment until, on this day, she looked up and saw her colleague and friend Lynn stepping through the double doors of the hospital. Margaret couldn't help but be taken aback. She wondered why Lynn, in the midst of her own grief, would choose to be in a place associated with so much pain and suffering. Expecting her friend to seek solace in solitude, Margaret was visibly perplexed as she confronted Lynn.
Girlfriend, what in the hell are you doing here?
She asked, attempting to hide her surprise.
I mean, considering what you've been through lately, you should be taking time off.
Margaret's confusion was mirrored by the heaviness etched upon Lynn's face. However, within her exhaustion, Lynn's determination shone through. Meeting Margaret's gaze with weary eyes, she declared,
"So take time off and do what? Sit at home drowning in my own grief?"
Although Margaret advised Lynn to deal with the loss of her boyfriend Robert, who did not make it back from being a prisoner of war, her words were met with firm opposition. Lynn believed that she could find solace and purpose in being at work. Instead of being consumed by sorrow at home,
I want to be of service to others. Helping people at the hospital gives me purpose and aids in my healing process.
Lynn persisted in her attempt to clarify.
Please believe me, this hurts like hell. Sometimes healing doesn't happen in the isolation of one's own grief. Sometimes it comes from opening ourselves up to the pain of others and allowing it to be a catalyst for our own healing.
Margaret stepped back, her facade of casual indifference cracking.
Wow, that's incredibly inspiring. Meanwhile, I'm struggling with the mundane problems of my marriage, or lack thereof. It's wearing me down. But then I see you walk in here. It's remarkable how you managed to come to work today, as if everything is okay, especially after losing the love of your life.
Margaret stood there, astonished at how Lynn kept it all together. A flicker of sadness crossed Lynn's features, but she held her composure.
Trust me, Margaret, everything is far from okay, but dwelling on my sorrow sure as hell won't fix it.
I'm still not sure how being here in this hellhole will fix things either. But I suppose when you focus on helping others, it diverts your attention from your own pain.
Lynn nodded, a somber smile gracing her lips.
Exactly.
Knowing the immense weight Lynn carried, Margaret couldn't help but reflect on her own challenges at work and in her marriage.
Girl, you are a lot stronger than me. Shit. I need to be more like you when I grow up.
Margaret then revealed the heartbreaking tasks awaiting her at the hospital.
Well, let me get ready for a total diversion of my attention today.
Margaret said as she started to disclose the heartbreaking tasks that awaited her at the hospital on that very day. Weariness and determination mingled in her voice.
First off, we got Cece not doing shit as always, just walking around with her boyfriend who dresses like he just walked out of a 1980s breakdance movie.
Stop it, Margaret. Leave that girl alone.
Lynn said with a laugh.
No, seriously. She got MC Beat Street following her around like he can't leave her side. Well, I guess it's still better than what I go home to. But that's another story in itself. However, then, they've assigned me the task of breaking terrible news to a mother.
Margaret began, her voice tinged with sorrow.
That her son, who was shot last night, more than likely can't be saved. I have to tell her that her insurance won't cover him, and we have to take him off of life support. And after that, I have to approach that old man over there in the lobby and gently ask him to leave since he's been sitting there since last night. Apparently, he just lost his wife, so I hate this job. I just can't help but imagine the depth of his despair, knowing he'll spend the rest of his days alone. That's an enormous emotional toll to endure in one day.
Lynn's heart ached for the emotional burden Margaret carried each day, a burden not so different from her own.
And don't get me started on Mrs. Dorothy Myers. She's causing trouble again. But your words have given me a newfound determination to not give up on people.
Lynn offered a reassuring smile, her eyes filled with empathy.
That's right, girlfriend.
Although, Dorothy got me with one foot on give up and the other on a fucking banana peel.
So what's the latest with Dorothy?
Lynn questioned. An edge of frustration seeped into Margaret's voice.
She's back to her diva shit again. Can you believe it? It's 2026 and this bitch hasn't been a real diva since the early 90s.
Lynn chuckled softly. She fully understands the unique challenges of dealing with someone as stubborn as Dorothy.
I know that's right, but have you tried telling her that? Then you'll be stuck hearing her talk about how she was dating the lead singer of some 80s boy band called Kajagoogoo. Okay, here's the plan. I have some paperwork to tackle this morning, but I'll go and talk to the mother whose child is on life support. You deal with the old man in the lobby.
Margaret's face brightened at the thought of sharing the burden. She found solace in Lynn's unwavering support.
Deal, but wait, who's gonna handle Dorothy?
Some things, my dear friend, are best left up to God.
I don't think it's fair to burden God with Dorothy. I'm sure he has more important matters to attend to, like handling a flood or a school shooting. Both are still less stressful than Dorothy. Shit! California could fall off into the fucking sea and it would be less dramatic of an event than dealing with her.
Girl, you know you wrong for that.
Lynn said. Echoes of their laughter reverberated through the empty hospital hallway, where they had walked over to a temporary respite from the heaviness of their responsibilities. Margaret's cell phone abruptly interrupted the moment. The familiar ringtone signaled her husband's call. With a wry smile, she declined the call, sending him straight to voicemail.
Oh boy, it's Mr. Wonderful again.
Lynn nodded knowingly.
And he's just going to call right back.
Margaret's voice held a determined edge.
And as long as I can muster strength in my index finger, I will keep sending him to voicemail. It's way too early in the morning for his brand of bullshit.